Welcome to our YouTube channel A to Z Summary.
Here is a detailed analysis and summary of the play The Seagull by Anton Chekhov. Before proceeding further to the summary, I request you to please subscribe our channel and like this video.
We have a huge collection of books and novels.
The themes of the play are: the characters of the play are: The Seagull by Anton Chekhov is a classic play that explores the complexities of human relationships and the pursuit of artistic fulfillment. Set in a rural estate, the play revolves around the lives of artists, writers, and their associates. The characters grapple with unrequited love, jealousy, and the challenges of expressing themselves creatively. The title symbolizes the unattainable desires of the characters, much like the elusive seagull. The play is known for its blend of comedy and tragedy, showcasing the absurdities of life and the human condition.
Chekhov's keen observations of human behavior and his ability to capture the nuances of everyday life make The Seagull a timeless exploration of the human experience. The drama has been written by Konstantin, the legendary actress Arkadina's son.
It will be held outside on his uncle Soren's property, featuring Nina, the person Konstantin is in love with. As the local schoolteacher Medvedenko, who is in love with Masha, waits for Konstantin's performance to start, he asks her why she wears black everything. Masha is in sorrow for her life since she is in love with Konstantin. Konstantin elaborates on his desire for new forms in the theater as Soren and he arrives and discusses the monotony of the nation.
Konstantin is thrilled with the impromptu theater he had Yakov and the laborers construct for him in the garden.
When Konstantin and Soren discuss Konstantin's mother Arkadina, Konstantin expresses his opinion that he and his mother represent quite distinct theatrical traditions and that he wants to be a well-known writer.
Switching the topic, Soren inquires about Arkadina's new partner, Trigorin, to whom Konstantin appears uninterested. Trigorin is a well-known author. Nina shows up and queries Konstantin regarding Trigorin. She doesn't directly return Konstantin's declaration of love. Nina informs Konstantin that his play lacks motion and live people, making it more akin to a recital. After a few words from Hamlet are quoted by Arkadina and Konstantin, the play starts with the characters gathered to see it. Wearing all white, Nina sits on a stone and delivers a monologue about a post-apocalyptic future where everyone's souls have united into one. Arkadina breaks up the play with comedic asides until Konstantin snaps, pulls down the curtain, and leaves. Arkadina becomes enraged that Konstantin is attempting to provide her with an object lesson in acting and writing after Soren chastises her for being callous. Arkadina takes the lead as she recalls earlier times when Dorn, the neighborhood physician, was the charming leading man of the lakefront.
Masha departs in search of Konstantin, and Dorn has the laborer Yakov raise the curtain.
When Nina arrives, Trigorin informs her that he didn't get the play, and she leaves to get home.
When Dorn returns, he tells Konstantin that he enjoyed the performance, touching him profoundly.
Dorn is left alone. Writing must have specific goals, according to Dorn.
When the curtain closes, Masha makes her appearance as Konstantin leaves and declares her love for him to Dorn.
The second act opens with Arkadina leading a debate regarding who appears younger, Masha or Arkadina. Arkadina makes sure the decision is to her advantage.
Since her parents are gone for a few days, Nina enters with Soren and is left to her own devices. Following a disagreement about carriage horses between Arkadina and Shamrayev, Soren's estate manager and Masha's father, Arkadina storms off, declaring she will head straight for the town.
As Shamrayev's wife, Polina, approaches Dorn romantically, Soren leaves to convince Arkadina to stay.
When he ignores them, she becomes enraged. Nina, left on stage by herself as Dorn and Polina leave, wonders about the peculiarities of Trigorin and Arkadina, two well-known figures.
Nina is given a shot seagull by Konstantin, who enters and places it at her feet.
She is unaware of its symbolic meaning.
Trigorin walks in and starts taking notes for a piece on Masha.
They start talking about the challenges of writing and being creative. Trigorin acknowledges he is not in the same category as Tolstoy or Turgenev and characterizes writing as a more or less pointless passion. Trigorin gets an inspiration for a tale about a guy who arrives and smashes a little girl rather carelessly when he sees Konstantin's seagull. Then Arkadina arrives to tell Trigorin via a window that they will be staying. Act 3 opens with Masha sharing her life narrative with Trigorin, obviously hoping that he would write a novel out of it eventually. She is still in love with Konstantin, but she has resorted to drinking and made the decision to wed Medvedenko.
Since Act 2, Konstantin has made suicide attempts, as we find out. Nina gives Trigorin a medallion with the title of his book and his initials etched on it.
Trigorin studies the medallion after getting out and finds the following inscription: Days and Nights, page 121, lines 11 and 12. He dashes out to get a copy of his book so he can figure out which passage Nina is referring to. As Soren and Arkadina converse about Konstantin, Soren suggests that Arkadina give Konstantin some cash.
She declines. Konstantin comes after Soren leaves and requests that Arkadina give Soren some cash. She declines. After that, Arkadina applies a bandage on Konstantin's head, and they reminisce about Konstantin's early years.
Before long, their conversation turns into a fight that breaks Konstantin's heart.
As Arkadina takes Trigorin away, she assures Konstantin that Nina will come back to him and he will be content once more. Konstantin walks out. Trigorin walks in.
Though he keeps it a secret from Arkadina, he has found the sentence Nina mentioned, "If ever you need my life, then come and take it."
Next, Trigorin and Arkadina speak, and it is via flattery that she convinces him to stay with her. Arkadina's group departs for the town after successfully persuading Trigorin, but at the last second Trigorin returns to get his stick.
After Nina meets him, they make plans to meet in a hotel in Moscow, where they kiss as the curtain rises.
Act 4 begins after a gap of 2 years. The scenario is at Soren's home in a room that is now Konstantin's study.
As a writer, Konstantin has now been published and is well known. Now that they are married, Medvedenko leaves to take care of their child at home.
Masha is still cruelly hanging out with Konstantin,
while Soren's mother is making a bed in the room for him. We find out that Nina gave birth to a dead kid, went on to become a terrible actress, and is now back in her hometown after being abandoned by her parents.
As Arkadina and Trigorin arrive, Trigorin presents a magazine with an article written by Konstantin, who is now a published writer.
In the center of the room, a card table is put up, and once everyone becomes comfortable playing the lottery, Konstantin leaves. During his absence, we get several perspectives on his writing. Shamrayev mentions that he receives negative feedback, Trigorin thinks he hasn't yet developed his style, Doran says he likes his stories, and Arkadina says she hasn't read any of them. When everyone leaves for dinner, Konstantin is left alone in the room and speaks eloquently about his desire for new shapes.
Nina bangs on the glass and comes in. She pretends to be the Seagull throughout their tense argument, and then she leaves.
After tearing up his documents, Konstantin leaves.
Shamrayev displays the stuffed bird that Konstantin shot back in Act 2 as everyone returns. There's a loud noise off stage, and Dorn rushes out to check after informing everyone that an ether bottle has exploded.
When he returns, he leads Trigorin aside and orders him to remove Arkadina from the room since Konstantin had shot himself. The play concludes with various characters reflecting on their unfulfilled desires and relationships. Konstantin's mother, the actress Irina Arkadina, continues her self-centered pursuits, while Konstantin and his former love interest, Nina Zareknia, face challenges and disappointments. The ending reflects the themes of unrequited love, the struggles of artists, and the cyclical nature of life's difficulties, leaving the audience with a sense of the characters' unresolved conflicts and the complexity of human emotions.
Thank you for reading the summary. I hope you liked it.
Please subscribe to our channel for regular summaries. We also have a collection of 1,000+ summaries of books, novels, plays, dramas and poems at our website a2zsummary.com.
Thank you and take care.